Well, we got Matthew doing his steer, getting it all ready for the show here in an hour or so. He's blowing dry in it. Hey, buddy.
No.
Is he getting a little feisty?
Kind of aggressive.
He
No.
just wants his head scratched.
He has. He did scratch it.
Maybe he wants your sandwich.
Also, congratulations to Tamika. For the reserve champion overall breeding, she received a banner. A great job to all of our
Oh, his things are wet. What are you doing? Oh.
that concludes our breeding details for this morning. Okay, let's give all these kids out here a round of applause. They told me I had to place you guys, so unfortunately I had to do that. And I say unfortunately because, I mean, obviously I've been out here like over 30 minutes, so it's taken me a while to get to the seniors. But that's just a testament to the quality of showing that's out here, and you guys should be thankful, and I'm not trying to waste your time, I'm really trying to do a good job. So congratulations to all of you for coming out here and just doing a really excellent job. It's really hard to sort through everything. These are going to be my top 3 over here, and I'll let you know how I place them. But guys, it was like teeny tiny little differences. So I hate that I had to even place beyond like 1 and 2. That was even tough. So I hope you can appreciate that. There's some little things that I would say to work on. There is an idea, you want to be able to have eye contact with me, but you also want to have ring awareness, so we don't want to run over the top of the gap in front of us. But also I kind of want to, it's even like watching you, and you're kind of walking, and that's an example here. You're really focused on me, and I'm always a little worried that you're going to run into whatever was in front of you, and so just make sure you're paying attention. You probably were because you never did. So anyways, but like there is still that ring presence. Guys, spacing, okay? We had some instances where, especially over here when we had you guys, I say this is butt view or side by side, whatever you want to say, the spacing was just way too wide. There is a balance, okay? I need you guys to think about it. There's 7 out here, and we couldn't fit all 7 over here, okay? So as you're sliding in, also the first one in dictates where you're at. So if you pull in first, the one next to you, front for you need to line up. There's just some little things here and there, and I know that there's probably some disappointment over here, but just so you know, like, it's really hard, and I think that for me, the person that wins over here, I think that showmanship is about presenting the animal to the best of your ability. And there's an individual over here that I feel like, it sounds funny, so unassuming, but one of those things that gets the job done, the animal is set correctly, and just does a really good job of making sure that I am focused on the animal, and it's going to be this young lady here in the middle. She'll be your champion senior showman. If I had to be nitpicky, stand straight up, don't cock a leg. Okay, that's it. From there, it was kind of tough. I did ask him some questions. I asked him, how much their steer weighs, of course, and I asked him how much per day their steer is gaining, and then I asked him to name the 4 components. For me, I just think there's a lot of give and takes that you have to have when you come out here and evaluate these. The count for me today, I think is the most practical. He's given up about not too much weight to these. The rest of them, I think maybe 40 pounds. I mean, so the scheme of things not a huge difference. The biggest difference, obviously, is the size. It's a little more moderate. I do think that even though he is a little more moderate, he still has plenty of muscle, and there's a lot of give and take here. There's not one that really like sticks out, that really kind of blows you away. But I think that as far as genuine width, and he also has that expression when you get from behind, and also down his top. I feel like he's a pretty consistent in his cover and getting there. I'd like to change him. He gets a little heavy on that front 1/3, but when you get him set up, he does balance pretty nicely, and I think he's probably the one in here that I like. He's one of the better ones, especially compared to second place as far as a functional skeleton. That's where you really want to change that calf in second. You really like this calf in second when he gets on the profile as far as that front 2/3. standing still. He's really productive in that rib shape, but you really would like to have that last 1/3 really match up on the side profile. He kind of fades there in his lower quarter. He also kind of struggles a little bit off that front 1/3 when he gets actually on the move. Just a little more mature in his build, but I think one that's comparable to the class winner as far as muscle goes, and also just as far as his condition and things like that. The third and fourth, I think it's really kind of a toss-up in some respects. I think the way that the young lady in third is going to come out here and win is just because I think that little more correctness as far as how he's built. He's just a little more correct out of that rear 1/3 as far as stoutness, his muscle. Also, I just think that he's a little fresher in his build, and that's for the spirit around in the class. He's just getting a little more short and more mature in his look, a little harder when you get your hands on him, just kind of more at his endpoint, maybe even a little pass, and so you kind of like to soften him up there and just give him a little more shape and dimension from behind. But an interesting class to evaluate. Congratulations to you four.
I got you on a.
Come on. Soak his leg. Get it kind of. Get it close up or what? Okay, now kind of get all the way around his
Okay.
legs on the lower part.
See, it has a screen on the other side so you can see yourself. All right, Lainey, did you like your first year of showing a steer? Are you ready to do it again? Next year? You're not ready to do it again next year? Well, sure.
Okay, yeah, turn the water on and start.
Gotta wash all the adhesive out. Yeah, it's way over there. Yeah. The one that's spraying a little bit of water. And Jaylee's got a chance to get reserve champion if the steer that placed first overall in her class.